Today I'm going to share with you a simple and effective way to pray. This method has been passed down to me from a great man of prayer from 500 years ago in his writings, and today I'm excited to pass it down to you. The key to this method is that we're going to be using the Lord's Prayer as a launching pad to send us into our own prayers. First, you recite the entire Lord's Prayer verbatim. This is the prayer that goes, "My Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." And some of you are thinking already, come on, what is the point of this? What is the benefit of just reading a pre-written prayer verbatim? Well, here's why I think it's such a powerful practice. When your mind is distracted, it's hard to jump into prayer. And having a pre-written prayer, especially one from the Lord that hits on the exact topics that we should be talking about in prayer, when we have this pre-written prayer, it allows us to ease into praying. And one thing, though, is make sure when you recite the prayer, you try to mean every word, you think through it, you don't just, rush through it without meaning. And then we move into the heart of the method, which is to go through each line of the prayer one by one and expand it into your own prayers. For example, we start with the first verse. "My Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." Hallowed be thy name is asking for God's name to be hallowed or honored or brought glory to. And so our prayers in this portion should be about God's glory. You can say something like, "Lord, may your name be honored in my life, in my workplace. Today I was working and I was not as diligent as I should have been. Lord, I don't think that honored you, so forgive me. Father, I'm working on this video series about prayer. Would you help me create videos that bring you honor and bring you glory and turn others to being people of prayer?" Etc., etc. Do you see how there's so much you can say based off of each of these verses of the Lord's Prayer? You can expand them each endlessly into your own prayers, into your own thanksgivings, your own petitions. You just use the structure to give you the topic to pray about. And you do this one by one. So next you pray, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." You say that line, and then you make prayers about that one line. You'll notice that this is a different way of praying than the acronym prayers like ACTS praying or PRAY, the acronym PRAY. In ACTS praying, you separate your prayers by adoration, confession, thanksgiving, and then supplication. But in the Lord's Prayer, you actually separate your prayers by topic. You go topic by topic. I think this is a better way of doing it. And here's why. When you talk to friends, the natural way to talk is topic by topic. You'll talk about a movie, a game, a show, an idea. It's not common. You can if you want, but it's not common to go, "Let me give you a list of all the things I'm thankful for. Let me give you all of my confessions. Let me give you all my praises, all my requests." It's just a less natural way of speaking. And so I think following the model of the Lord's Prayer and going topic by topic is a more natural way to pray. And then as you're praying through topic by topic, if something comes to mind that you want to pray about, and it doesn't exactly fit in the topic that you're currently praying about, you don't need to be a slave to the structure and stick to it. You can jump out, pray for whatever came to mind, and then when you get lost, you go back to your home base, which is the Lord's Prayer, However, our prayer mentor from 500 years ago has a very important warning for us, and it's that distraction will kill your prayers. You'll lie to yourself and you'll say, I have something better I can be doing right now. I'll do this instead. Or you'll trick yourself. You'll say, I'll push this off till after I watch another video or after I do this or that. And you'll never return to praying. You just won't pray. And Satan, who fears our prayers, will use any means at his disposal to keep you off your knees, to keep you from praying. And if he fails at that, he'll be happy if while you are praying, he can distract your mind and jumble up your thoughts to where your prayers are virtually useless. Some of us will end our prayers and we won't even know what we prayed for. You'll be saying one thing, but your mind will be thinking about another thing. The way to fight for a focused mind in prayer is to schedule times beforehand where you will give God your undivided attention. Choose some time every morning and every evening and commit those to being times of prayer. Even if they're short, at least let them be focused. You'll be praying and your mind will wander off. When that happens, a benefit of praying through this Lord's Prayer structure is you just run back home to the verse you were praying about. You just go back to, give us this day our daily bread, if that's the verse you're on, and you pray for that. Or you can just hop to the next verse and pray for that. However, sometimes when you're praying, your mind will wander, but it will wander to things of God, to meditations on God. When this happens, let the prayers go and let the thoughts come. Our prayer mentor tells us that this is the Holy Spirit teaching us, training us, and that he's learned more in some of these moments than he has in much reading and writing. Some of you might be hearing that and you are skeptical that God guides our thoughts that way. Well, I don't think you should be that skeptical. That's the exact function we're given of the Holy Spirit in John 14. So Jesus says, but the Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, what will the Holy Spirit do? What will be his function for us? He will teach you all things and bring to your remembrance all that I have said to you. So this is one of the roles of the Holy Spirit in our life. He will teach you things. He will bring to remembrance words of Christ. And one of the ways I believe the Holy Spirit guides us into truth is he'll just guide our thoughts a little bit. He'll point things out. He'll reveal things to us. This doesn't mean you're a prophet. It doesn't mean you can speak inerrantly. All it means is you are a Christian with the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of you. And this great man of prayer that we've been learning from today is actually Martin Luther, the reformer who lived 500 years ago. He wrote a letter to a friend titled A Simple Way to Pray, and that's what I've been pulling from for today's lesson. Now, this should get you a long way in your prayer life, but if you are hungry for more, my next video is going to be on the teachings of Jesus in prayer. We're going to be building off what we learned today and looking directly to the Lord.